Hello from Plant Reviews. Today, 19th of July, summer, and I'll talk now about Heliopsis, helianthoides, Varieties scabra, Sunburst. A beautiful foliage, a beautiful plant with variegated foliage, and really ideal for borders in the UK. It's great for pollinators and has wonderful yellow flowers and an impressively variegated foliage. Heliopsis is a genus of herbaceous flowering plants in the daisy and sunflower family Asteraceae, and they are native to dry prairies of the Americas, both North and South America. The number of species is about 70 in this family, and like all plants in the daisy family, their flowers are not actually single flowers but flower heads. In particular, this plant has the flower head structure is very much like a daisy. Indeed, basically what we think is just a single flower is actually composed of hundreds of little flowers that can be either disc flowers that are in the center of the flower and basically have a tubular shape, while the ray flowers in the external part are different because some of them have a lobe that basically elongates in what we think is a petal, like the one obviously that I'm touching now with my thumb. And considering this is basically an anatomical difference, even if the flower head functionally works precisely just as a single flower, indeed they can many flowers can be pollinated at once by insects visiting the flower. This is very peculiar structure of the family Asteraceae in the daisy family. Some species lack ray flowers, like for example some species of Senecio, while others lack disc flowers like the dandelion Taraxacum officinale. However, most of them have like the oxeye indeed, have both the disc flowers and the ray flowers. The individual flowers are called florets, and even if individually they are quite small, the flower head can be quite big. In particular, in the oxeye is about between 4 and 8 centimeters in diameter, but obviously some flowers can reach several dozen centimeters in diameters. The plant is a plant that is hardy, fully hardy in the UK, and in particular Heliopsis helianthoides is distributed in the wild in North America, in particular in the central and eastern part of North America, from several areas in Canada and the USA. The flowers in all species of Heliopsis are born in summer, but sometimes in autumn. And the name Heliopsis comes from the name of the sun in Greek, Helios, and the verb opsao, that means appear, because the yellow flowers look like miniature suns. And this refers obviously to the bright yellow color of the flower. The most common species in cultivation is Heliopsis helianthoides, the so-called rough oxeye or smooth oxeye or flunt sunflower. This is called either smooth or rough oxeye because leaves in this species can be different. Some of them have smooth leaves, some others, as you can see, this one, the Heliopsis helianthoides varieties scabra, have like toothed leaves, and also the texture of the leaves is quite rough, it's not smooth at all. The Heliopsis helianthoides is a rhizomatous perennial, and it is an herbaceous plant growing up to 150 centimeters tall. As you can see, I'm sorry I'm not able to go there but I have my Heliopsis growing in full sun together with lots of lilies and dahlias that basically at the moment are blocking the path to the rest of the Heliopsis plant, but I can still give you some a nice view in partial shade of this wonderful foliage plant. The plant, as I said, is about 150 centimeters tall. That is up to 60 inches, about 60 inches tall. The leaves are, as you can see, are quite oval. Again, quite rough in texture in this particular species, and toothed. And what is peculiar in the Sunburst is the very intricate pattern of green stripes and veins on a creamish yellowish background. It is a beautiful foliage plant, almost looks like a Fittonia, one of the most popular house plants in both in the UK and really across the world, and you can see how beautiful is the foliage, in particular contrasting with the bright yellow of the flowers, as well as the most other plants that have just the classic green foliage around. The flowers are produced in summer and autumn, indeed. Now is full summer, and the central part of the flower head, the so-called disc florets, you can see, are like yellowish brownish, while the lobes of the ray flowers are bright yellow, so it basically looks like a beautiful yellow daisy. It is a plant that I found very easy to cultivate. It is adaptable to many kinds of different soils, as long as they are well drained and you keep the plant in full sun. In the wild, Heliopsis helianthoides can be found in wooded areas, prairies and roadsides, and this testifies how adaptable the plant is. The plant is also very popular as a garden plant, and of Heliopsis helianthoides there are several varieties. They differ in colors and tones of flowers as well as of leaves. Many varieties indeed has green leaves. This one in particular, the Sunburst, is one of the few that have variegated foliage. Another aspect to take into consideration when you cultivate this plant is that, as you can see, the plant is pretty tall. Therefore, even in full sun, ideally you should keep it in a kind of shelter spot, or otherwise stake the plant, or otherwise, like me, I am growing this plant in between lilies and dahlias, so, and the Trollius as well. The nut is not in flower anymore, but is basically growing some seed heads, and basically this tall plant all together support each other and avoid obviously falling on the ground. However, I also secured some of the plants. I tied them to the fence just to ensure to keep them erect, in particular lilies that are the most top heavy plants I have in the garden. The plant, as I said, it is ideal in the UK. It is hardy in the UK and to USDA zones 4 to 9, and obviously being distributed in the wild, even in Canada, really is a plant that is very adaptable, and it is hardy across most Europe and definitely throughout the United Kingdom. The plant is a deciduous plant, therefore dies back in autumn and resprouts in spring, blooming mostly in summer. However, in autumn can also produce flowers. It is also a great plant for pollinators. Bumblebees and bees in particular are very attracted to the flowers of the plant. Now there isn't any around, but I can guarantee to you it's definitely one of the best plants for pollinators you can have in your garden. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you like the video and you would like to support my channel, it would be great if you can please subscribe, so in this way you can also get notifications when I post new videos. Obviously, if you didn't like the video, please give us a thumbs down, and would be very keen to know from you how I can improve my videos in order to make them better. And as usual, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you will enjoy soon this beautifully variegated foliage plant in your garden, and hopefully I will see you next time. Bye.